for the fans. The glory for the pinstripes.
The market just flipped upside down in the last 24 hours. One of our biggest rivals just emptied the tank and bowed out of the race, clearing the runway for Brian Cashman to land the missing piece for the World Series. The window's wide open and you won't believe who just fell into our lap in the Bronx. Subscribe right now and ring that bell, because this is the news we've been waiting for to chase ring 28. What is up, Yanks Nation? It's your guy right here bringing you that gritty insider breakdown you can't get anywhere else. Today, I want to kick things off by talking about how the landscape of our division, the absolute gauntlet that is the AL East, is reshaping itself in a way that opens up a massive lane for Hal Steinbrenner and Brian Cashman to operate. The news that rocked the baseball world over the last 24 hours came out of Canada. The Toronto Blue Jays, still licking their wounds after that brutal Game 7 World Series loss to the Dodgers, decided to back up the Brinks truck. They locked up right-hander Dylan Cease. We are talking about a massive 7-year, $210 million deal. That is a boatload of cash. And why is this music to our ears here in the Bronx? Because money, my friends, is a finite resource even for billionaire franchise owners. By committing $210 million to Cease, on top of having to deal with the Bo Bichette situation, Toronto has essentially priced themselves out of the sweepstakes for the biggest prize on the outfield market this offseason, Kyle Tucker. I've been working the phones, talking to sources around the league, and the vibe is that while Toronto has deep pockets throwing heavy cash at Cease and then trying to top a $400 million plus offer for Tucker is a pipe dream, this takes a direct division rival off the negotiating table. Look, facing Dylan Cease multiple times a year isn't going to be a walk in the park. The guy is a former Cy Young runner-up with electric stuff. But strategically, I'd rather face a good arm than watch an elite lefty bat like Tucker pepper the seats at the Rogers Center, or, even worse, exploit the short porch at Yankee Stadium against us. Now, the runway is a little clearer. With Marcus Semien heading to our rich neighbors in Queens, the Mets are spending like drunken sailors again. The market is starting to take shape. Toronto bowing out of this specific race gives the New York Yankees serious leverage. We all know the front office dropped the ball on bringing Juan Soto back last season, a wound that still stings for all of us. But redemption might have a name. Kyle Tucker, he is the perfect fit. That lefty swing was tailor-made by the baseball gods for the Bronx, and now with one less rival financially capable of blowing up our spot, the onus falls squarely on the front office. There's no more excuse that the market is inflated by 30 teams. The big fish are picking their lanes, and Tucker's lane seems to be steering clear of Canada, giving us the chance to strike with surgical precision. Let's break down how this piece fits into our puzzle and who can still crash our party. Picture for a second our lineup. We've already got the captain, Aaron Judge, a two-time MVP patrolling the outfield. We've got Trent Grisham, who took the qualifying offer and brings a gold glove to the grass. Adding Kyle Tucker turns that trio into arguably the best outfield in all of baseball. We are talking about a guy who, at 28 years old, just wrapped up a season with the Chicago Cubs where he mashed 22 home runs, swiped 25 bags, and finished with an OPS of .841. Those are elite numbers. He brings that blend of power and speed that has been missing in some clutch moments during recent Octobers. However, bringing Tucker in raises some fascinating internal questions about our immediate future and our farm system. If we bring Tucker in, what happens to Yason Dominguez, the Martian, and Spencer Jones? Bringing in a star of this caliber would push these two gems to the bench or down to Triple-A Scranton, Wilkes Barre. Here is my tactical take. Cashman could use one or even both of them as trade chips to shore up other critical areas like the rotation or the bullpen, which always needs help. Or maybe keep them as luxury insurance policies, knowing Grisham's deal is up next year. It's a problem any GM would kill to have, an embarrassment of riches. But make no mistake, managing those egos and playing time will be crucial for the clubhouse chemistry. And let's not be naive and think we are the only ones in this race. The San Francisco Giants, who were already flirting with Tucker last offseason before he went to Chicago, are still lurking in the weeds. And never, ever count out the Los Angeles Dodgers. Even after winning the World Series, they operate in a different financial stratosphere and are always looking to stack stars. The Phillies are a real threat too, with a thirsty fan base and an aggressive front office. The difference now is that for the Yankees, signing Tucker isn't just a luxury, it's a necessary response. After losing Soto, we need a statement of intent. We need to show the league and us, the bleacher creatures, that the evil empire still has the firepower to attract the best. The championship window with this core, with Cole and Judge in their primes, won't stay open forever. Kyle Tucker isn't just a free agent. He's the piece that signals whether we are playing to sell tickets or playing to hang banner number 28. Toronto grabbing Dylan Cease shakes up the power dynamic in the AL East, but ironically it serves up a silver platter for Brian Cashman. With the Blue Jays financially tied up, the path to Kyle Tucker has fewer roadblocks, but the heat from the Dodgers and Mets still demands an aggressive and decisive offer. The question isn't just about the cash, but the roster fit and the future of our prospects Dominguez and Jones. So here's the question for you, the fans. Would you trade the future of Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones to guarantee signing Kyle Tucker right now and maximize the title window for Judge and Cole? Or do you prefer to trust the farm and spend that cash on more pitching? Drop your honest takes in the comments below. I want to read every single theory. If you dug this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Let's ride this journey to the title together. This is Yankees Fan Central, where the passion never sleeps.